the football. Troy mentioned the Eagles win, the Eagles win, the Eagles win.
The Philadelphia Eagles are Super Bowl champions. Eagles fans everywhere, this is for you.
The legendary voice of the Eagles.
Did that give
Merrill,
you goosebumps?
Reese. You know what it did?
Yes, it did.
It did. And you know what I did last night? I listened to it again just because I knew that Merrill was coming on. The voice of the Eagles since 1977, an absolute rock star in Philadelphia and all of sports right now, broadcasting royalty. Merrill, Reese.
Thank
Merrill.
you, Colleen.
Thanks for coming on the show.
It's so nice to be here.
This is awesome. So let's obviously talk about the Eagles.
Sure.
We were just talking about the Bears and the Lions. The Bears, they just beat them. They beat the Bills. They've had 2 good games, but they're obviously on bye this week. They have 2 tough ones coming up against the Patriots and the Seahawks. So what are your expectations for the second half of the season?
You know, they're optimistic. My hopes are optimistic. I like this team. Every team in the league has its blips. The 49ers, of course, are rolling along at this point. But I think this is a team that looked dead after that Minnesota game, and then worse the following game against Dallas. And then Doug Peterson has a way to just exercise his personality and bring this team back to life. He's done it before. He's done it 2 seasons in a row. And every game, win or lose, he's the same guy. And he says, let's win 1 in a row. That's his whole motto. And they did. They came back. And they won that game on the worst weather day ever in Buffalo. I mean, I was holding an umbrella, and suddenly I almost became Mary Poppins. They went backwards, and I was flying in the air. It was so bad that day, and they beat the Bills convincingly. And then they came back against a team like the Bears, who you would think is one of the teams, certainly one of the teams, as you heard, that was expected to be a contender this year. And the Eagles handled them very well. Yeah, it got a little dicey in the second half, but when the Eagles needed an 8-minute drive to seal the game, they got it. So I'm optimistic. Look, they're not perfect. They have their weaknesses. And one of the weaknesses is right now the wide receivers are not doing things, not making enough of an impact. But, you know, a long time ago, somebody said you need 2 things to be a good football team. You have to be able to run the football, and you have to be able to stop the run. And they do both of those things very, very well.
Yeah, no DeSean Jackson, though. I mean, that's been the big storyline of the week here. I'm sure you had visions on calling a lot of DeSean Jackson's, particularly after week 1 when they had 2 long catches. So how do you think that they survive without that deep threat in their offense?
Well, they don't have that deep threat, but they have a fast wide receiver in Nelson Aguilar. He's got to step up, and they've got to scheme him open. But he can certainly run. And there are other people that they can spread the ball around to. But Doug's smart, and the coaching staff is good. They know what they're doing. And burying this team prematurely, I think, is a big, big mistake.
He's been able to get them, I mean, multiple times back against the wall on the road. You've got to make a tough call.
And of course, and you know what? And they have a franchise quarterback. His numbers aren't that big right now because he's not getting the big games from the wide receiver.
Take this week off. Go ahead, Merrill. That's usually me. Go ahead. You go.
But Carson Wentz is an outstanding quarterback. He's handling this team. He's a leader. And I think he's just getting better every week.
And you've been able to call so many of his awesome plays. You've called countless plays over the years with the Eagles.
Since 1877.
Since 1877. Our D'Angelo Hall picked this one specially for you, though.
Motion, Selleck, Bradford pitches it out. Murray drops it. It's being kicked around. It's picked up by the Redskins. Touchdown, Washington, D'Angelo Hall. They did it again.
The shot of
Merrill,
that guy
I
in the
didn't pick
face.
that, Merrill.
I don't know. D'Angelo Hall's like producing our show now, I guess.
That's not how you treat a guest. What are we doing here?
Another one.
Go ahead.
Okay.
I'll do it. Here's a play you didn't call, but would you mind giving us the play-by-play? I didn't even know this happened, Merrill. Sean O'Hara's only NFL touchdown. Can we
Okay, here we go. Second quarter, Lions and the Browns. Browns up 7-0. rolling his couch, looking, fires, complete, touchdown, Sean O'Hara.
Whose idea was this?
I love it.
Well done.
That was. I have it right here.
That's about as fast as you ran.
That was October 18th, 1956.
That's the first time somebody called a play from a couch about a quarterback named Couch.
That's right.
I mean, look at all those. And by the way, Alshon Jeffrey, that's how you do it right there, right?
Oh,
2 hands.
come on.
Right? Oh.
So
You
much
know-
shade.
know what I'm talking
You know, the
about.
funny thing about that I remember
hilarious.
is that people thought that Andy Reid was going to pick Tim Couch, and then he went with Donovan McNabb.
Yep.
Wow.
Who just went into the Philadelphia Hall of Fame.
That's right.
Or Hall of Fame.
5. Everybody loves you.
I love you.
That's amazing.
Everybody loves 5.
Awesome stuff. Merrill.
Getting the line.
No,
so
the
much.
line was 5 will
Five
always
will
There
love
it
you.
is.
There you go. See, that's why he's here. Merrill, thank you.
Enjoy the bye
Thank
week.
you, Mike.
Thank
Thank
you
you
for
for
coming
coming.
in.
Thank you for your
Go
service.
enjoy some golf.
By the way.
It's too cold. Warm it up.
Okay. All right. Fair enough.
Great call.
We'll get to see Patrick Mahomes back on the field this week, and maybe we'll see him win the game. I don't know. I think a lot of us think so. We're going to pick winners coming up next. And 3 wins in a row have the Steelers very happy, but we're talking playoff happy? We'll see.
This is
break it down next.
I got the ball he actually caught. O'Hara, wait, I got to show it.